Hello, hello. So we are having a few issues, but that's okay. Just getting it all sorted now. Well, issues with Debian anyway. It's been a right clown. Close some of these windows here. All right, fire Discord back up. Sorry about that. I'm also eating breakfast. Enjoy that. There I am again. Alright, now I'm on the stage. Now I've got my virtual camera on. Discord is not having a good time. Hello. Discord is not enjoying my audio setup. Don't know if you can hear me. You can't hear me, right? Yeah. That's okay. Strange. Do you have a secondary mouse? Oh, yeah, there we go. So now it's using a completely different microphone. Wonderful. So OBS is using one, which means that's what YouTube gets, but then Discord gets a completely separate microphone. Okay, I don't know what the audio is going to be like on Discord, but there you go. I'm going to enjoy me eating breakfast. How's everyone doing? I don't have much of an update. What's this stupid server boost thing that's coming up in Discord now? Honestly, God. It comes up now in Discord. Server boost, and it highlights it and goes 5. And you got 5. And you're like, okay. So you click on it, and then it's like, you've got 5 to spend. It goes server boost, 5 available. Boost this server, and I'm like, 7 spent. You got 12 total. But I don't know how to use those 5. So when I click boost this server, it goes, no worries, $50, $50 a pop. I'm like, what are you talking about? 7 spent. Enabled. Weird. It's such a weird interface they've come up with now. Super strange. Super weird. You been playing any good games? How you doing, Dragon? Sorry, I had to get my breakfast in. Belly like sumo. Belly like sumo. We have a gyoza place here that has that on the door. Just having to go on retail. Wow, really? Interesting. How's it going so far? Alright. Left my coffee outside. It has changed a lot. You know what? I don't know why I have these on. Because I'm not listening to anything. I had a sub for a while. It was okay. I think it's an okay game. I don't think it's anything to really write home about, though. Have you got a subscription, or are you just doing the free trial up to level 20? How do I... Oh yeah. Let's just pop this out. Whee! What are that? More actions. Keep above others. Pay for a month. Okay. Have they got housing yet? I feel like with housing, it's just going to become a real life simulator. Yeah, that's what I saw the demo as well. And I saw Zeppler, I think her name is, playing it. The girl that does WoW and Final Fantasy 14 and stuff. Well, I've been doing stuff with Proxmox, not much though. And getting a new job, so... Classic Kata. Ah. You should sell... you should sell them, friends. Just gather as much personal data about them as you can, and then just sell it online. They're not worthy of you. Not feeling this egg right now. Big on egg. Alright. Yeah, I've not really been doing much. Just chilling, really. I've been getting quite bored with games, really, to be honest. I don't know, I've just been finding other things to do. Let me find this, let me see if I can get a picture of this. Wait, let's exclude the bowl of egg in the background. My wife will appreciate what I've just done there. Just share this one sec. Yeah, let's crop it a bit. Come on, let me edit it. Yeah, crap, man. Sweet. Done. And we just throw this in the chat. I played a game people recommended that's supposed to be similar to Half-Life. It was a disappointment. Oh, what was it? I've been having a look at Anduin OS 132. It's Debian Ubuntu variant made by a Microsoft dev. Wow. Okay. There we go. Just a screenshot on the Industria. Right.
happening.
Walter?
Comrade Shabowski publicly said that the wall is open in a press conference just 1 hour ago.
Wait, what?
They closed down the office. The Stasi is already here. They're taking everything apart. I need to leave now.
I come from a different place, and I'm just here to look for someone who arrived here just before me.
I don't know who you are, but if you want to live longer than 5 minutes, you should probably get the hell out of here.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Walter!
Our central processing unit, Atlas, is out of control. I just discovered parts of it all over our servers. But there is something else.
Hello?
Nora, it's happening.
Walter?
Comrade Shabowski publicly said that the wall is open in a press conference just 1 hour ago.
Wait, what?
They closed down the office. The Stasi is
I have it muted. Yeah, okay, cool. Both put me in Discord. Alright, cool. The audio output was missing on this scene for YouTube. That's okay. If it goes to just me, yeah, that's that one. And then desktop. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. It's weird. ALSA is the subsystem that I'm using. I think that's why I do want to try a more modern Linux distribution, because I want to try something that's going to be using like Pulse Audio, where my microphone's not going to be getting restricted to a single piece of software, which is how it currently works. So for some reason that Discord is having an issue accessing my mic because OBS is accessing it, but that seems to be new because I've never used both mics at the same time before, so I'm not really too sure what's happening there. So I don't know. Ubuntu's been pretty good to me. It's really hard to justify moving when something's been this good to you. Just configure these to our sound device. Actually, I've got a feeling that that's a bit low. Yeah, I think that it was a bit low. Oh well. Okay, go away now. There we go. Sweet. Oh, what happened there? That's weird. So yeah, I've not been playing much in the way of games. Not been doing much coding. I've been building my little system here of physical cards to sort of manage my tasks to do. I needed to make tasks and things that I do a bit more sort of physical. I felt that it wasn't. I don't know. It just never had the physical nature of it was a bit. It's a bit better because it basically results in the task to be done sort of feels a little bit more tangible, because I'm gripping onto a physical card rather than just being a digital management system. I never stick to them when they're digital, so I'm just experimenting with this, and my in-tray, if you like, for the lab has got quite a bit going for it. I need to get Juice Shop and the SQL injection lab out for a friend of mine who wants to use it at school. Media CMS, I can put my YouTube videos on there that I rip, that I render, sorry, but also stuff that I rip. Owncast to switch from both Discord and YouTube and just cast on my own Owncast connection here, but I'm not too sure about that yet. I need to look at List Monk and N8N again, YouTube, Tube Archivist, which is pretty good for pulling down videos, YouTube videos, but I need to get that set up again. That worked quite well, but it was also a bit clunky as well. I didn't really like the UI. I need to find a better solution, really. They're all super complicated now because YouTube really goes out of its way to block the downloaders and the stuff that they do in order to try and stop you from being able to pull down videos and rip them. Is they go to quite extreme lengths, actually. Sorry, just trying to get this light right. There you go. Not too bright, not too dull. So, yes. It's been interesting. Oi, don't put that there. Yeah. But yeah, it's been an interesting little system. Not perfect yet, but we'll see. I can just sort of look at it and see everything that I've got on, pull out a card, and then do it, and it's a relatively small task. So we'll see. What do I want to do? Oh, YTDLP works really well, yeah. But the thing with Tube Archivist is you can put it on a like a schedule, and it can play back, and it gives you an interface to play back the video and stuff, and you can delete it, and you can put it in a channel, and it'll like auto pull new videos down for you. But yeah, I feel like I just want to wrap YTDLP and do the same thing. I feel like I want to wrap it and then just put the videos on the NAS, and then yeah, you know the rest. Just put them on the NAS and then watch them from there. Just have Media CMS, just pull them from there. But YTDLP is really good. Yeah, it is really good. Did you see the recent lawsuits that are taking place? The H3 suing a few a few content creators, because they've been doing like reaction videos. Yeah, that thing, yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see where that goes in from a legal perspective. Because I sort of agree with Ethan Klein on that one, really. I did watch the video, and it does sort of make sense that these people will just play his video in full and then walk away. And then they'll walk away after saying, you know, let's not give money to that guy, let's just stream it here for free. But of course the stream's got adverts on it and stuff. Yeah, it's effectively transformative content. So what's effectively happening is those people react to content, right? But they're reacting to it by basically putting the video up and then being like, cool, I'm just gonna go quickly go to the toilet, and then they disappear for like 12 minutes. But the video's running in the background constantly. But of course, you're not seeing adverts. Well, sort of. So what he's arguing is that he's basically pausing the video in his stuff. I haven't followed him for a long time. But my understanding is that he was pausing the video at least and commenting on it on a regular basis. Whereas these people just are outright saying, we don't want to give you money, you should give me money instead. So I'm just going to leave your content up and running, and we're just going to sit here and watch it while I just eat food for 20 minutes. And then afterwards, then they go, cool. Which is very against Dark Viper AU. Dark Viper AU, you say? Okay. Let's see who this guy is, or lady, or person. Okay. Ah, GTA 6 voice actor, is he? Okay. He probably did a video on it if he's against, What does he do? Who is the most attractive GTA 6 character? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I won't watch it then. I'll ignore it. No, he didn't do a video on it. Interesting. Yeah, the difference between GTA 5 and GTA 6 is insane. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Where he made a document about it, and everyone jumped on him because he's wrong, and HQ was like, you are completely wrong, and stuff like that. Speedrunner, and now does just generic GTA content. Okay. What do you mean you wrote a document and everyone was like, you're wrong? 10 more links. Jesus Christ. This guy's all over the place. Australia. He's in Australia, mate. Do you know where in Australia he is? By any chance? Let's see if we can find out. React drama. Is that a reaction to... Oh, it's old. Okay. Let's see if we can work out where in Australia he is. That's Japan. It's not Australia. He's in Sydney airport, but he's departing. He's departing Sydney, so he's probably from Sydney. The last one was with Ethan Klein. Interesting. I just don't know. I just think it's a very, his wife's very beautiful. They look happy. What a lovely couple. I think, yeah, I don't know. I do tech education, and could you please sell me on why Proxmox versus Hyper-V? Says Sky Octopus in the YouTube chat. Proxmox versus Hyper-V. I think you're going to get a better... well, first of all, you don't need a Microsoft license. So you don't need a Windows server, which requires you legally to have a Microsoft license. If you're in education, then of course you might be getting... they might throw licenses at you for free. But that only applies to you, no one else. Hyper-V, I find, is slow and sluggish. Proxmox does containers as well. Maybe Hyper-V does now. Probably does. But at this point, I would hope it does. It's open source. It's based on Linux, just Debian under the hood. So then you can manage that entire subsystem very, very easily. That's all I can really say. Ultimately, it's open source and it's free. It's extremely good, and it's based on stuff that's way, way older than Hyper-V. I would argue it's probably more stable. But I don't know, Hyper-V, I've heard good things about Hyper-V. My best friend really likes Hyper-V, but I've never really been a user of it. Yeah, free to me at a point of use. Yeah, it will be free for you. Yeah, because you're in education, which is good. I do like that Microsoft do throw free licenses at people in education and charities and stuff. But the only problem is, of course, is they're not doing it out of the goodness of the heart. They want you hooked on their ecosystem, right? There's a reason when I was a kid, Microsoft Office was what got taught in schools because they got given it for free. And of course it becomes industry standard, and then everyone uses it, so then everyone buys it when they become a purchasing manager at a company, because it's what they know. It's all a big long game. So, but Hyper-V is fine if you're getting educational benefit out of it. I wouldn't say you need to move in any way. Just work whatever works. But I wouldn't, like, Hyper-V is not what comes to mind for me straight away. It's a really, really clunky sort of option, in my opinion. I just think it's also because Windows, except if you use, obviously, Windows Server Core, it's one of those things that really, what comes to mind is just the UI and very much click and point to set things up. Whereas, with Proxmox, you can use and you probably can with Hyper-V now with PowerShell and stuff. But because it's Debian, you're just running commands in the command line, but it's also got an interface, but it's also got a REST API, which has a Terraform provider. So I can write Terraform code to basically, manage a virtual machine for me, which I've been playing around with, and I can manage it the same Terraform code in order to manage the MikroTik router as well, the networking stack on there. So you can see here I'm looping over a whole range of virtual machines, and then I'm able to, I know you won't be able to see that perfectly because of the size of the text on the screen, but I'm able to loop over a whole block of virtual machines and set them up. So up here I just basically create the virtual machine here, and then I just get, I do that once and I get a VM. So here I can go like paste, so I've just done a paste, so then I can go down 14J, knock that over, call it 3 because I know that there's a 2 below it, and then I can give it like testing, and then when I run that, it'll have 128 gig disk with 4 cores, 2 gig of RAM. It'll go on that node, it'll use that template, it'll be protected, which means it can't be deleted, and it will boot, and then that DNS will all be set up in my MikroTik router for me. They might be able to do that with PowerShell as well, and Hyper-V. I don't know. You tell me if you're using it, you might know that, but yeah. Because Hyper-V is Linux as well. Hey Trouble. Because Hyper-V is Linux as well. Because Hyper-V is Windows and Proxmox is Linux. The Proxmox system, you can run other stuff on it much more easily, and you can play around and manage the underlying system. Yeah, if you've only got 2 people and you both know Hyper-V, I think I would say just stick to Hyper-V. If you know it, then probably just best you stick with it. I don't really know how you're using it neither. If you're just setting up virtual machines for students to log into and learn Windows and Linux, especially actually if you're using Windows, then you probably want to use Hyper-V because it probably supports Windows much better than Proxmox does. Proxmox handles Windows fine, but Hyper-V just might have better integrations. But if you're just used to it and it's working for you, there's no point at really looking at other solutions unless they're mind-blowingly better. You know, unless they completely would rock your world. Like, oh, if we move to this, we just gain so much, blah, 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 then I think you'll be fine with Hyper-V. What random things are we doing today? Just randomness, man. We looked at Dark Viper AU as a YouTuber who Dragon is in love with. Dragon said he's going to travel to Australia to try and find him and propose to him. Which is cool. You do you. And then Sky Octopus asked the question about Hyper-V versus Proxmox in the YouTube channel. I'm travelling there to find you. Oh, we'll just come to Brisbane, bro. We can meet for a coffee. Just let me know when you're here. I'll pick you up from the airport if you want. Just let me know what flight you're on. And that's about it. That's what we're doing. I was just saying about the picture that I put in the chit chat. Trouble is around. It's just a new organisation system that I'm just trying, and I've got a lot to do on the lab. I did test Ohmcast. It was pretty good. See me at your door. I don't know. You have to get through the first door, and then there's a second door. But if you bang on the window outside, I'll see you. Nice to see the sewing machine in the background. Yeah, it's my wife. She makes all her own clothes. She just made a coat, actually, a pretty wild coat. She's quite the whoa, fucking dog toys. Quite the wild one. That's the lining of it. And then it comes over, and it's very difficult to make out because of the sort of geometry of it. But yeah, she makes all her own clothes. An overlocker? Yeah, she makes all her own clothes, man. And a mannequin. Yeah. Yeah. She's a Renaissance lady. She sings, she poetry, she paints, she makes all her own clothes. She's hot. Oh yeah, baby. Do you make your own clothes? So you know what an overlocker is? Do you have one yourself, or your partner maybe have one? What else are we looking at? So I'm looking. Yeah, actually, I was in here before. What's going on in Labour Berlin? State of the art 60-minute project. Denmark's archaeology experiments paying off. Okay. I've got to go and make a coffee soon for the wife. A bit earlier this time. She's getting up soon. Speaking of which, scaling our observer platform. Typewriter ban memo. What? Oh, 1980. Apple is an innovative company we must believe and lead in all way. WordPress so neat, then it's all we use. Goal. No typewriters at Apple. Ken, get rid of the deck word processor ASAP. Brownie points. Executive staff. All typewriter users. Giving up the machines in favour of Apple II. Apple Rider systems will get the first priority of you. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty good way of doing it. It's just get rid of typewriters and eat your own dog food, right? You're obsolete. You're obsolete. You're obsolete. I wonder who's next. Yeah, interesting. Maybe. I mean, you got the phone. No, I do think the typewriter is obsolete. Not quite sure who made this comic or what year it was. The phone down here in bottom left implies that this was a relatively modern piece of content, but the typewriter is obsolete. Am I missing something? I feel like it has gone. Even to the point now where we had memes where hipsters were using USB typewriters plugged into their computer to do the writing because they're so obsolete that it was a meme to have one. But yeah, okay, fine. Samsung embeds iron source spyware app on phones across WANA. Delta Chat. Balatro for the Nintendo e-reader. What? E-reader. Oh my god. about a number of hours into it. I've not actually played Battletro. I think I've got it on my phone. I get it for free because of Apple Arcade, but I've never actually played it. Is it good? It's like poker and solitaire, right? What the hell? Okay. Weird. The desktop audio? Oh, really? Sorry about that. Tailors in the UK are eye-wateringly expensive, so being an engineer, I naively bought a second-hand sewing machine. I decided I could ruin my own clothes for half the price. Very true. Sorry, Toggle. Yeah, I've loaded it down now. That looks like a really confusing game. Looks fun, but it does look confusing. But yeah, I know what you mean. You can ruin your own clothes for half the price. That's pretty funny. Weave is hiring sound engineers, and then Phoenix. YouTube's new anti-block measures. Oh yeah, I was reading about this. I didn't get all the way through. He's talking about the they do like a buffering thing, pre-buffering. A locker script. Okay. Become unadvertisable. You can avoid getting back off until the unskippable ad is over. How can you? Don't get served an ad in the first place if you set the playback context star content playback context star is inline playback no ad property in the play request true. InnerTube won't serve you any ads and thus won't include any back off in the GVS streams. Interesting. You can write a filter rule that makes it so that whenever the web client stringifies JSON bound for the server request, we add inline. Okay. Okay. How did I know to set that property? It's reference to the front end JavaScript, so I could have spent a bunch of time reading all that, but there's an easy way. While the web client interacts with InnerTube using JSON, the JSON API is actually generated from a protocol buffers definition, and there's a way you can extract most of the underlying protocol definition. Okay, interesting. Thanks for your time. You're welcome, man. All the best. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's true. I might do, might not. Yeah, I should not do that. That's why I want to do my own Owncast server, so I don't have to worry about that. That's exactly why I stream on Discord as well. But that's a good point. Yeah, thanks, mate. Pass. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really care that much. I care more about just having a core audience than pleasing YouTube, to be honest. Easily overcome Wi-Fi time limits, an open source alternative to Grammarly, tiny team era in Silicon Valley. Okay, language models can't tell what's missing. Okay, life as slime. Plastic bag bans and fees reduce harmful bag litter on shorelines. Researchers using the same data. Anything interesting? After sinking 250 years ago. Wow. Okay. Off Rhode Island. Bloody hell. That's cool. I'll send that to the wife later. Okay, let's go back. Origin Light Beta for Safari. iOS in test flight. Oh, mistakenly reveals sales numbers of popular games. Oh god. Okay. Let's have a look. 1.8 million. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Wow, nothing for 4 years. Or just it wasn't published in those years, I assume. 2.2 million, 4.5 million. Persona 5 Royal, including remastered version, 7 million. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go make coffee. Back in a sec. Back in a sec, baby. Low. Coffee mission successful. Alright, where was I? He's got tubes for fingers. Alright, what was I looking at? Okay. Alpha Centauri. Nothing interesting so far. Smartphones, purple mines, or parasites. Ooh. Verified online programming. Anything standing out? How's WoW going there, Lord? WoW retail. Coordinates. Open source can't coordinate. Yeah, sounds about right. Perplexity. What is perplexity? Perplexity, yeah. Perplexity. Ooh, ah. Search and discovery with AI. Claim this offer. Nice paywall there. Thanks, Bloomberg. Just pop over to the comments. Thank you. Good old web archive. Just checking out the new Goblin City. Oh, I hate the goblins. I found them really frustrating. See if this actually loads. Oh yeah, a bit of a addressing either AI, more AI talent and technology. Okay. Very cool. Interesting. 14 billion. Bloody hell. They really got themselves some money there. Jesus. Well, there you go. Alright, anything else? Did I no, my yeah, that doesn't. I'm gonna read this one. That sounds interesting. I'm killing goblins at present. Yeah, good. They're dumb. When I play, I'll be honest. When I got back into WoW retail, what I did was essentially I went back to the old world and just roamed around and did like all the little quests to do like achievement hunting and stuff, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I like achievement hunting games. That's why I started playing Red Dead. I might load that up now. Get that in the background. Yeah, I liked going into. That's all I did when I got back into retail, because I sort of hate the weekly sort of like, oh, if you do these things, the week will give you a treat at the end of the week. I don't know. Like, I can sort of get it. How else can they reward you? But when I think about games like EVE Online, and I think about how they essentially reward you for going out and just earning, there's currency in the game, and it's like, cool, if you want that thing, then you go and earn the currency. You kill people, you mine for it, whatever, and then you get the money and then you buy the thing that you want. I much prefer that than this sort of like, I don't know, just the WoW model of, you earn the Great Vault, keeps track of you, and you get like a thing at the end. So I ended up just going back to the old world, back to sort of Azeroth itself, just flying away from the more modern content, and basically just checking out all of the previous content and just doing achievement hunting. I want to read this. This year, I faced a dilemma many technical leaders will know. Our entire infrastructure was built on AWS. We loved the powerful ISO 27001 certified services, yet two critical issues kept me up at night. The compliance black hole. It was clear that American cloud providers couldn't fully shield us from US government jurisdiction. Under the Cloud Act and FISA, our European customers' data was potentially exposed. GDPR. $2,000 a month question. While not a fortune for every company, our $24,000 annual bill felt disproportionate to our actual needs. I asked myself, how often does a well-maintained Linux server actually crash? Correct. Exactly. Thank you. Good question. Amazing question. A really good question. Isn't RDS just a managed Postgres instance with scripts I could write myself? That $2,000 a month could buy a phenomenal amount of resilient, dedicated hardware in Europe. It really could. $2,000 a month in Europe can get you an absolute boatload. What's going on here? Why are you taking so long? God, you suck. Stupid goddamn launchers. Just play the freaking game. Okay, this wasn't just about costs or compliance. It was a strategic risk. Was tying our company's future to a single US-based provider a responsible choice? Well, I mean, let's be honest. You know, availability zones mean that you're not really tied to one thing, are you? Let's be honest. You are made highly redundant by AWS, really. So one provider, one vendor, I think is a bad idea, but you're not really tied to one thing, right? Let's be honest. Our story, what Danish workforce management company, we have a few legal requirements on our operation. Okay. Born and raised in the US, many ask for legal requirements. What you fear losing. Even it feels like walking away from a fortress of convenience. You lose the magic of deeply integrated services like Lambda, one-click RDS deployments, and the rich ecosystem of built-in compliance tooling that make ISO 27 audits smoother. Given the sub's primary source of fear and inaction for most teams, it means trading the comfort of managed services for a higher degree of control and responsibility. I think ultimately managing an operating system just isn't hard. It really isn't hard. People have been duped and tricked into thinking that a one-click RDS instance is a work of magic. And what I will say is with RDS instances is the backup solutions are really good. They are phenomenal. Like being able to just do a point-in-time snapshot is really nice. But also at the same time, it's not actually overly difficult to back up a Postgres or a MySQL server in the grand scheme of things. I think especially when most companies chase zero downtime and they just don't really need to, that makes it harder for them because they chase this. You can never turn things off. So it's not true. You can totally have downtime. MMOs have downtime all the time, and they've got people that are literally, paying a monthly fee to play the game 24/7, and they're addicted to it, and they get grumpy when there's downtime. But they still have EVE Online goes down every night for 10 to 15 minutes every single day. You can totally have downtime. It's so dumb. But let's have a look. What you stand to gain: sovereignty, savings, and sanity. Yeah. What about banking? What do you mean? By migrating to Europe, provide Hetznet via cloud games weren't just theoretical. It means true data sovereignty, as in your infrastructure, GDPR, zero downtime for banking. They don't have zero downtime. And banks don't work that way. Banks reconcile transactions by sending them to the central banking system every night, which then distributes money between all the banks. That's why if you do a bank transaction from one account to another, it's not actually instant. It's actually sort of it might say, oh, it's been done, and then they might receive their money in the background, so it's instant from your perspective. But what's really happening is that there's effectively a credit system happening in the background where one bank agrees to accept. That's why if you transfer money from one bank to another, sometimes it's instant and sometimes it isn't. It's because it depends on the background system that's ultimately resulting in how the money's transferred. And it's generally a credit transfer that says your customers asked for $100 to go from us to them. So what we'll make that transaction happen now, but you as a bank now owe us $100. Banking transactions themselves are never done in real time. The money's never actually going over there. Databases are being updated, but it's never actually. But most banks have a different communication where they communicate them real time. They might do, but it doesn't mean they don't have downtime. There's the real time and downtime aren't real time and zero downtime aren't the same thing. Real time just means the transaction takes place in real time. Doesn't mean it can't go down. You can buffer things and then close the connection, buffer things, update. Oh, they might do. They might try to, and they've got a lot of money, so they can throw a lot of money at it. But that is therefore the issue, is that it takes a lot of money and effort in order to achieve it. Therefore, for most organizations, especially like this one, is it actually worth it? Like if it costs you an extra 3 engineers a year to throw at the problem, here in Australia that would be $500,000 a year to achieve zero downtime. Or you could just accept 10 minutes of downtime a week to do a deployment. It does depend. Like if you're a medical facility, then it's different, right? But then that's why medical facilities operate and move so slowly. It's because everything has to be tested over long periods of time. But banking's never like I get notifications on my phone all the time about the bank saying, hey, banking won't be available between these hours. Yeah, I mean, email doesn't need to be zero downtime neither, because of how SMTP works. That's really weird. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's just dumb people, right? That's the problem with one of the issues with IT. Is you've got to deal with the people, the dumb people that don't understand the technology. And you say to them, "There's no such thing as zero downtime with email. If it fails to deliver, it gets retried over and over and over for days and days and days. And if you want to configure your SMTP server indefinitely, it is, Lord. Yeah, there are systems that will do it for you. A lot of people highly. Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. It is hard to get trust. But it's not necessarily true. There are people who run. I know a few people have their own server. They've had their own server for 20 years, and they don't have any issues hitting the inbox of like Google users and stuff and stuff like that. But there is work involved. If your IP gets abused in any way, then you're screwed. Having a static IP, which I have, does make it a lot easier. But let me find, what was it called? It was called Debian Mail Server Ansible. There was a project for it. Ansible Mail Server. What was it called? You got to have like DKIM and all kinds of like an SPF and all these various things in order to get it going and get your email signed, and it's a pain in the bum, but it can be done. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, dude. If you are sending one email, one recipient, then you will probably be fine. If you're doing bulk, then that's another question entirely. If you're doing bulk, yeah. If you're doing one, if you're doing, no, newsletter. Don't get me wrong. I do want to run Listmonk for my own stuff. But really, I think instead of mailing lists, I sort of think that yeah, it's a tough one. Mail servers, yeah, someone in Discord asked about mail servers. Is it easy to set up your own mail server on a home lab? And I said, it is, but at the same time, it does come with administrative burden. And one of my other members on Discord pointed out that, yeah, if you're doing something like a newsletter, it can be difficult. You just got to build trust up on the IP. So you've got to do it slowly. You use a Docker mail server. Nice. I do know there are projects out there that will spin up. I can't remember the name of it. There was one that was like an entire you have to tie it to a domain address. You have to have an MX record on a domain in order to even get delivery to work. Because when people email lord at godgrocho.com, godgrocho.com would need to have an MX record that resolves to the IP of where the mail server is. So you have to have a domain. Docker mail server. Yeah, there's another one, an old, much older one. That's been a while for self-host mail server guide. What was it called? It had a specific name 4 years ago. Let me look at this one. On cloud. Mail server guru. There was one specific project ages ago that just sort of dominated everything. I self-host my main mailbox for 7 years now. Use almost everything. I have 10 years of experience with Linux mission, so from a point of view, it's not that hard. I have a dedicated server running Linux with a public IP address, and I am my DNS resolver, so it makes everything quite simple. I use Dovecart, Postfix, SPF, DKIM, DMARC. That are today mandatory to be sure that provided like Google will accept my mails. I can access emails through IMAPs. Card today. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. There was a guide though that was really, really good. Mail server in a box. That rings a bell. I recall that one as well. I don't think that was quite the. It might be that. It might be it actually. This wasn't it, but this is an example of what you could use. Yeah. Yeah. So it is possible. Just a lot of work. True data sovereignty. Yeah. Radical cost efficiency. Our cloud costs dropped by 90%. This wasn't a typo. By replacing expensive managed services with our own automated self-hosted solutions, our budget became predictable and transparent, forced innovation. The biggest surprise was how losing AWS's pre-built tools forced us to get better. How to pronounce it? Oh, God. Groucho. Alright, come on.
Groucho.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Groucho.
Alright. Groucho. God Groucho. Well, if you have godgroucho.com, you've got to have that forward to the IP with MX Records. I used that one for a bit. Liked it, but prefer the Docker environment. Oh yeah, I did load that up, didn't I? Docker mail server. Okay, let's have a look. 2 days ago, that's a good sign. A production ready full stack but simple containerized mail server. SMTP, IMAP, LDAP, anti-spam, antivirus, only configuration files, no SQL database. Keep it simple and versioned, easy to deploy and upgrade. Wow, no database. Okay, that's cool. Dovecart, RSMD, a lot of services, but yeah, it's generally required. If you use that Lord, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good way of. Thanks for that, Kevin. That's a pretty good way of getting it up and running pretty quickly. And then if you have another box or maybe the same box and you run Nginx proxy manager on there, you can get the HTTPS forwarding and Let's Encrypt support all handled for you for the what are they using for the I don't know which one of those is the front end that they're using, but yeah, anyway, use traffic. Yeah. With CrowdSec. What's CrowdSec? CrowdSec. Oh, okay. Save the link to Jamks. Okay, thanks, mate. Thanks for letting me know that you've given to Jamps the link. Who is to Jamps? We know the IP is attacking you. Do you? Wee. That's my. Anyway, I want to read this article. Stop it. Stop distracting me. You guys are distracting me with awesomeness. Forced innovation. The blueprint key to analytics migration. Taught us invaluable lessons to conserve a blueprint for others. Ansible is as your compliance engine. Yeah, I used a Debian Ansible role that did CIS hardening. That was pretty flawless. Just boom, worked. You've then got to work with a CIS hardened box, which means certain things don't work. But if you want hardening, that's what you got to do. It was going to become self-documented audit trail, monitoring that rivals AWS. You don't need CloudWatch to have enterprise-grade monitoring. Combination of Prometheus, Grafana, and Loki allowed us to replicate and in some ways exceed the visibility we had on AWS, ensuring faster incident response. Where did you find that? Well, this article. Oh, the CIS Ansible. Debian, CIS, Harden, this one. There's two of them. There's this one, which is a specific project, but this one is by OVH, and then there was another one. Ansible CIS. So yeah, this one is one I used. I think it was this one that I used, because that one OVH one is old. I think it was that one that I used. It does level 1 and level 2 for server or workstation. So maybe check out the second one. Pop it in here as well. Okay, so monitoring rivals. I had issues recently with Prometheus, not the node exporter not actually grabbing statistics for like CPU and stuff, and I think it's because I'm using the hardened version and the systemd is locking it down, so I didn't get around to checking it out in the end. But yeah, I hardened the system so much, and I used ChatGPT to generate a systemd unit file that had all of the security stuff sort of wrapped around it, that I don't think node export could actually get access to things like the CPU and stuff, so I need to go back to that. But I do like a bit of Grafana. Security by design becomes a reality when there isn't a pre-made solution. Security system clicks the building foundation. Yeah. The strategy impact beyond tech. We minimized our compliance risk regarding US surveillance laws. We used our European hosting as a sales tool, strengthening brand trust. We returned 90% of our cloud spend to the business. Your move is migration strategy right for you. Interesting. I want to share that with a friend of mine. I have friends, I assure you. They're very expensive. They cost me a lot of money each month, but they're good friends. They're good friends. Money buys good friends. We don't count. No, I don't count you as friends. You are money bags that I've yet to exploit. All right, Red Dead Redemption. Let's have a little go here. I've not quite got around to exploiting you yet, but we're getting there. Actually, you know what? Let's see what happens if we redo. Let's see what happens if we do that. I want to see if it breaks it. I think it's gonna blow it up. Yeah, I will exploit you guys eventually. Just takes time. Okay. I just resized the window while it was loading, so I probably killed it. Whoa, okay. No, that's not what I wanted actually. Alright. Let's see if I can. Where's the... I can't. Alright, never mind then. We'll get it in this. We'll do that actually. Oh, that actually looks quite nice actually, because it means that I'm sort of out of the way. Ah, there we go. The camera moved. I'm like, why is the camera? Can you do it faster? Can I do what faster? Exploit you faster? I mean, I guess so. Woo! I fell down a hill and banged my head. Yeah, that looked like that hurt. Yeah, I guess I could set up some bitcoins and stuff. Woo, horsey. Horsey. Hello, mate. Hello. 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 Alright. I'm not very good at this game. Why is there a... Oh, did I kill that guy? Oh yeah, that was a guy I killed. I killed that guy. Don't know why I did that. Have I got my mask on still? No, okay. I do like to wear it though, because it freaks people out. Alright, where are we? Let's Yeah, go on. Get one of them. Get one of them. I watched a funny video where a guy drank a hair growth potion and then went into a cutscene and his hair was like Jordan a cutscene. Well, that was pretty good. I've literally only just started. I've not even done any of the quests. With games like this, I just sort of go like that and I go, okay, how do I get there? Show me how to get there. And then I just follow it and I go, okay, sweet. So let's see what happens. Has anyone played this and got through it? Have you played it, Lord? Be surprised if you haven't played Red Dead. I've got a feeling I've just clicked into like the middle of mountains and I can't actually go anywhere here, so I'm gonna go back down onto the road. I've got a bounty of your horse is dirty, will cause its core health to drain faster. Brush your horse or ride it through water to clean it. Alright, well let's find some water then. Ah, that's what that little red icon kept meaning. Kept popping up every now and then. I'm like, what? Say what? What does that mean? What does it mean, man? Sorry, I just need to reply to a friend who I sent that article to, and he said it's strange that they mentioned the AWS bill, but they don't say it went down 90%, but didn't mention the new bill. Well, it'll be 10% of the. Well, it was, what was it, $24,000. 10% of $24,000, so $2,400. Wow, that is actually quite a killer amount of reduction. Rowan's a good guy. He really he's a AWS expert, AWS ambassador indeed, and he's also a author of a book on AWS IAM, which is awesome. So I'm always sort of keen to hear his opinions on anything AWS. Where are we? Alright, let's go this way. This is sort of going in the right direction. Is there any water nearby? What's down here? Death. Death is down there. There's a railway. Alright. There's a waterfall over there. Therefore there's water nearby. Alright. So neither of you have played it, okay. It's Wild West GTA. Okay, let's go this way then. Let's get down there and clean the horse. Wait, what are you doing? Yeah, GTA is an amazing game. Are you looking forward to GTA 6? Are you going to take like a week off work to play it? Yeah, I can't wait. Move! Get out of the way, can't you see I'm trying to ride here? Whoa, sweet child of mine, come on. Let's go down here. Yeah, GTA 6 looks great. I can't wait for it to come out in 2036. It's going to be amazing. And a year later on PC. Well, it all boils down to money, bro. You know, what does the money look like? Do they get paid money to release it on console first? If so, then that is what will happen, I'm afraid. What's up? What was that about? Hey, whoa, wait. They would probably make more money releasing it early on PC than on a year console or exclusive, and I don't think they ever did a deal. Just them being stupid. I just think, yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. Oh, what's up with you? What are you referring to here, Mr. Horse? What the hell? What? What? You couldn't get down that hill? Okay, well, revive. Yeah, of course I'm going to revive my horse. I love my horse. Christ almighty. Instead of washing it, you killed it. Poor baby. How do I, oh, sweetheart. Let's find the. Let's have a look. Driven costs. We rebuilt AWS features using Terraform to use provision, Ansible for everything from hardening. I'm just gonna mute that thing in the background. The stacking collected. I wrote an article. At what cost? People usually exclude the cost of DIY style hosting, which is usually the most expensive part, providing 24/7. Stop this info. I don't understand why people keep propagating this myth, which is mostly pushed by the marketing department at Azure AWS. Let's have a look. Devs freelancer. If you underpay your devs about 1/3 of each year per year, and you're not going to get 24/7 support, such as a budget, that still could make sense. But you telling the full story here, and I bet a lot less glamorous when you factor in development time for this. Don't be wrong. Actually, considering it's 24 staff, you get homegrown. Let's have a look. All right. Alright, so let's have a providing 24. Don't know why people keep propagating this myth. It's true the cloud doesn't actually provide 24 hours support for your app. The truth is, cloud provider doesn't actually provide 24 hours support to your app. They only ensure that their infrastructure is mostly running for a very loose definition of 24/7. I would agree with that, yeah. Let's have a look. AWS features may be expensive to replicate, but 1%. But if one only needs 80%, one also needs to consider the effort involved in configuring AWS and maintaining the skills for that. You're correct, but I think you're missing point. My 80% and your 80% don't overlap completely. Okay. After savings, we're talking about 90% of 24k. That's 21,000 saved per year, a good amount. But you cannot hire necessary developers for that price, even in Europe. So it's got 70 yet. Personally, the TCO will be higher in the long run because now every little bit of software stack has to be managed by the infra team person, and things are getting more and more complex over time. Well, they're getting more and more complex over time if you make them more complex over time. First, you get kicked out just because the US government forced Amazon to close your account. Trying to see if the OP went into more additional detail on this one. Given these examples exist, fantastic, often stunned how sluggish, expensive, and how lackluster the UX of the AWS monitoring stack. It is. It's pretty bad actually. Looks like it was paid. I laughed out loud. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty shit, to be honest. AWS's monitoring stack. Often problems mentioned here are pollution of headset addresses by shady people. That's true. Also Loki. How do you handle memory hunger Loki? Pollution, we front everything user-facing Cloudflare, so external users and bots don't interact directly with our heads and IPs. We lock down our IPs at the firewall, blah blah blah. Failures, upgrades, we finish them with Terraform, spinning up replacements. Adding capacity is fast and deterministic. We monitor hardware metrics via Prometheus and Node exposed to get early warnings. Apps are mostly dataless, and we have frequently tested disaster recovery for database. Low-key, we are handling there's not much self-management to be done these days. A lot has been solved already by the community. By the Terraform, Ansible, I blank on it, but what's the other one? Pulumi. So I'm just referring to my friend because I'm interested again. Pulumi, etc. communities. A lot has been solved already by the Terraform, Ansible, Pulumi, etc. communities with regards to standing stuff up, especially if it's containerized. I think cloud providers are very good at scaremongering. Very good at scaremongering. I'm making out that only they can provide a 365 solution. 24/7 365 solution. And trying to do that yourself is expensive and hard. Yeah. I don't know. I'm never convinced by the idea that cloud just wins automatically because of human cost. I think things are complicated if you make them complicated. Distinguishing retention limits and index retention, tuning query concurrency and max memory usage via Loki's config plus system resource limits, using prompt style labels plus structured logging so queries can filter early rather than regex the whole log content, blah blah blah. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm still interested to see if good old since Loki is Victoria, popular, way more performant and reputable, but we went with Loki because of the relative size and diversity of maintainers between two projects. Interesting. It's a standard for international security. How do you do disk encryption? Coming from AWS is simple, but I haven't seen how to do it well on hosting providers. You don't really need it for ISO 27701. I agree. I don't think it's. I think I'm dying in the background here in Red Dead, by the way. And it looks like there's a red thing that's on my minimap that's implying that. Free credits. Marketing. It's what everyone does by default these days. Why do devs put a single binary inside of a Docker container? It's just what you do these days. Now, why do people pick AWS by default? Is because it's extremely well marketed and made out to be something that you have to do. It's a must do. Part of what I expect to get when I pay AWS is that it reduces my operational burden, and this has been true from my experience. I've almost forgotten about all the prep, the stress that comes with upgrading deprecated MySQL clusters now that I've gotten used to using the AWS managed equivalents. That is not to say that this aspect alone justifies huge fees, but it does significant value. Okay, upgrade processes should be part of your internal process if you want to get ISO 27 certification. That's not just checking the boxes, but actually something you use for more control of your development and release cycle. AWS RDS does not upgrade major or minor versions of Postgres, or as you mentioned, MySQL. In that case, they might patch update it. But these patch updates are easy to do yourself and does not take long to be reminded of in your ISMS and then subsequently carried out. The purpose of this post is not to justify cloud hyperscalers versus European servers. It is actually a post on how to manage a... Oh, am I being shot at here? What the fuck? It says that there's two flashy things above me. What are they? Oh, Weird. What are they? Let's go see what they are. Okay. What are they? I can't hear anything yet. Oh, what does that mean? Oh. Okay. Okay, let's get some of this stuff down. It moved very quickly, so I assume it's like wolves or something. Whoa. Yeah, my stamina is dropping like crazy here. What's me? I can't remember how you use Deadeye in this thing. You literally just lost this one. Hey, Lester! Hey, Lester! Alright, I don't know what they were here for. I don't know who they are. Are they the law, maybe, or...? Alright, we got $2 on them, that's good. Silver pocket watch, that's good. That's worth money. Where did this other guy go? He died sort of here-ish? Man, it's pitch black, I can't see shit. Oh, somewhere here anyway. Anyways, his body will slowly rot. Well, that was very interesting. So I can get my horse to come to me. Let's see if the horse can actually come up the hill. I don't think it can. No, it's not going to come up the hill. What a wonderful horse I have. What a wonderful... That's why I tried to kill it. $25. Oh, okay. So am I always just going to be hunted now, I guess? Because I've got a bounty, or... Jesus Christ, man, I can't see shit. Oh, baby, you came up the hill and I needed to go down to wash you, but that's okay. See the way I keep falling? Come on. Alright, let's get out of here. Something just screeched at me like... What the hell is that screeching at me like a banshee? Oh my god. I'm getting out of here. Like horrible hissing banshee sounds. What? Oh, he's hunting. Okay. I was like, taste what? I can taste you already. Does he mean me? Does he want some man meat? Ugh, dirty. Dirty boy. You want some man meat. Right, let's get to this water down here. I mean, does my horse really need washing after it's been nearly been killed? Really? Really? Looks like fishing spots down here. I haven't fished in this game yet. Are you clean now, baby? There you go. Woo! Yeah? No? No, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah, he's a... There you go. Ah, give my horsey some lovey. Okay. Where are we? Come on, you can get past the rock. You can do it. There we go. Alright, come on. Come on. You can do it if you're being cute. Where am I now? Alright, well, yeah. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow this round. Come on. Do you remember that song, Lord? You can do it if you B&Q it. Do they still use that? Thanks, bro. Obviously don't see B&Q adverts anymore. Do B&Q even exist anymore? Well, we're getting daylight now, which is good. They're still going, and he said, pass, I don't watch TV. Well, there you go. I don't blame you for not watching TV when we have the internet. Sorry, I was looking away. Alrighty. Sort of heading towards my general location now, what I planned. I'm sort of just going there because it's a big open world and I'm just sort of exploring around like crazy. Alrighty, we're going to follow the track. We're going off again. I'm going to break my horse's legs again. No day of time for you. Alright, let's have a look. I feel like that's the... What is this? Is that a rail line, do you think? Yeah, I think that's a rail line, isn't it? Some crazy amount of hills here. Alright, well I'm not trying to risk my horse again, so I'm going to try and run up these. Alright. Well, it seems that this is a game that takes incline very, very seriously. Which I guess is good. Come on, can you do it? No. Oh, come on, bro. Let's see if I can get up here somewhere. Come on. You can do it. You can hunt in this game and everything. And fish and get skin and make campfires and cook things. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, well I'm out of stamina now because I'm just running everywhere like it's a first person shooter and I've got unlimited stamina, which I do not. Ooh, beautiful. Nice view. That's another thing about the game, is it's meant to be quite lovely. I don't think I can go in it. Oh, that's another thing you can't do in this. I don't think you can fast travel. I've not tried overly hard to try and fast travel, but I'm pretty certain you can't. I wonder what happens if I take shots at him from down here. What do you reckon? Maybe the bullets won't go that far. Yeah, okay. They don't register and they're not alarmed by shots going off in the background at all. Which is interesting. You can fast travel, can you? How do you do it? I don't think I've actually tried it. I think last time I tried it, it never really worked. Is it these things? Stagecoach. At a camp. You can fast travel to a camp, or you've got to be at a camp. It's from a camp to some place. Okay. I'm sort of in the middle of the wilderness at the moment, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. Don't fall. Put your gun away. Yeah, good job. Put your gun away and just focus on existing vertically. Yeah, alright, you can start running now. Just... Yeah. I don't think I have the, Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get up there, am I? Okay. I can hear my horse. Careful, bro. Careful. Hello. Why have you got your gun out? What do you mean? You got your gun out? What are you talking about? You got your gun out first. I didn't get my gun out. Weirdo. Must be American. Alright. I don't have a fishing rod, so I can't fish. So let's see if I can get to a stagecoaches or trains. Okay. You can unlock fast travel and honor by upgrading your gang's camp at the start of Chapter 2. Horseshoe Overlook. Note, you'll need $545 to unlock the fast travel map. What the hell? That's gross. Come on. Yeah, go that way. You can do it. Don't die this time. Because last time that was really buggy and stupid. Damn, I've got $23, man. How'd you make 500? Robbing banks. Okay. Tell me how to do that, Mr. Dragon. Direct me. Google it while I play. And direct me accordingly. Do it. Go to a bank and pull out a weapon and don't die. Okay, let's find a bank then. That meets. There's got to be a bank in here somewhere, right? I think I'm wanted there, so we'll find out. Let's get rid of the old. We'll pull the mask down. I know I've got like a $25 bounty, I think. That's okay. Double shotgun. Okay, that'll do a close range. Turn yourself in. Easy bounty money. Accept my own bounty and then hand myself in. Oh, hang on. I'll let the dog into the room because my wife's going to head out and our dog goes nuts when one of us leaves the house because she thinks we're in danger. Hi, baby. Good on. Love you, baby. Come. Come here. Hey. Daisy. Come here. What are you doing? Hey? What's that guy down there doing? Looks like he's either raping something or cooking something. Oh, that's interesting. What's he doing? Like panhandling, maybe? Yeah, he is. He's panhandling. Nice. Let's go down. Oh, he's got a quest. Okay, let's go do that. And then we'll rob the bank. Yeah, alright, mate. Alright, mate. Alright. Just relax. You can hitch your horse? Oh, to a tree? Oh, okay. Yeah, nice, okay. Oh. Oh. How do you... Okay. Turn yourself in. Phone battery is dying. Well, that's not good. Oh, okay, mate. You sort of invited me to talk, so... No. I actually didn't want to do that. I actually did that by accident. Oh. What the hell? You're alive after a shotgun blast to the head? I don't think so, bro. Jesus, this guy's... Made of iron. Hi, baby. Alright, let's loot him anyway. He's dead now. He doesn't have a head anymore. Oh, he has a chocolate bar on him. Pick up what? Uh-oh. Alright. Let's get him in the river. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? What a lovely activity on a Sunday morning. Decapitating people with shotguns. Just as you do. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that was gross. I literally didn't even mean to do that. I just like... I still am not used to the controls yet. So I wasn't sure how to... Whoa, what's this? Drop the sword off shotgun. War cattleman revolver. No thanks. How do I... Okay. Okay, well there you go. Ugh. Well, we killed a guy. Live on stream. Boy! Whoop. Alright. Could have been worse. I think there's probably worse things you can do in the game, actually. But let's go see if we can rob a bank. It's sort of one of the things I do like about open world games like this is that you can sort of you can do anything, and you can do the things that you definitely wouldn't do in reality. Whereas I find a lot of people who play these games, they try and sort of play themselves in the game. I sort of think, aren't games about being something you can never be? Okay, I don't have a bounty here, I don't think. Probably do. You cannot use weapons in this area, okay. Alright. Alright, well... to drift with this horse. Why would I want to drift with a horse? Oh no. Okay, so it's an Indian reservation and they don't trust me. Okay. That's fair enough. I'm just some white guy that's just turned up. Is there anywhere I can I'm probably going to have to review the controls, aren't I, before I start trying to interact with people and not actually blow their heads off. I mean, you did come to kill them and get their money. It's true, but you can't use weapons in this area. Yes, indeed. Well, that's nice. Discovered a reservation. Okay, it's a reservation. I don't really want to be fucking around with Indians, man. I'll be honest. There's some things I'm willing to experiment with in the real world, but in the fictional world. But I think native colonization has been explored sufficiently in the real world to know how that goes. Oh man, I cannot go any faster than this in this area. That's okay. Daisy, hi sweetie, what are you doing, baby? Ah, I know, mummy's going out. Yeah, she's being a good girl. Yay, there we go. All right, yeah, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, let's go to this new part. I want to see if we can get on the railway. Get to a train station. I want to get on a train. Oh, can you rob a train? Ooh. What happens if the train's moving and you just like rob everyone on the train as it's moving? Oh, as in only that main storyline bit at the beginning and that's it. But what if you get on a train and get your gun out? Like the turkeys. Oh. Hi, baby. Oh, what's down here? I think getting on a train is just fast travel, so loading screen and then you are off. Oh, that's boring. What if there's a mod that prevents that? Oh. It's a hot spring. Does it go up? That would be amazing. It's obviously a hot spring. Wonder how acidic it is. Oh, they do. There's one over here that looks like it's gone up. Jump in. No, you jump in. Let's see how well we can take on these bad boys. Oh, can I get away? Am I gonna die? Got two of them. I will put in bed. You jump in bed. It's a blue sky, baby. It's the loading screen. Okay. Oh, it actually respawned me back here. Okay, that's nice. When you gain or lose weight, okay. I like how weight is a concern for this game. There you go, jumped in. That's the limit of jumping in. I think next time I should have used a pistol. Alright, see you later, dragon. Sleep well, bro. I'll be going offline myself soon anyway. I've got a Japanese thing at 10 in an hour. Oh, my health's not too good, is it? It hasn't replenished yet. Okay. Oh, how do you... Oh. No. Let's actually do it over here, though. You come over here. Set up a camp. Ah, cool. Okay, let's cook. What can we cook? Plain stringy meat, plain venison. You can cook 2 of this item. Okay, let's do that. Okay, eat. Cook another. No, let's go back. Okay, let's cook a plain stringy meat. Cool. Okay. I can cook. You can craft 1 of these. You can craft 6 of these. Okay. I think making potions is probably a good idea. Yeah, use it. Alright. Back. The bitters, make me one of those. Interesting. Alrighty. What's a you can, what does this, okay. I can't remember what that stat is down here, the eyeball. Okay. Well, there we go. What else can we do here? Ammo, fire arrow, wow. You can craft 200 of these. Fireball, very nice. Leave the crafting. We'll leave for now. Very cool. Okay. Horse weapons, horse cargo B. What's called? Okay. That makes sense. You can put all that stuff on your horse. Yeah, nice. Okay. But I'm out of here. Boom. Just because I want to read the rest of these comments on here. Not sure if you do no client demand. If you have no client demand and no real need to work on updating your infrastructure yourself, then you can go ahead and not go for ISO 200 certificates and AWS RDS updated as pleases. But if you operate a complex beast in a regulated industry such as an employment law, finance and such, then you get some fun challenges and higher need for control. About 9% saved with a similar stack. It's a great big cloud play. It is a great big cloud play to make enterprises reliant on the company in their weird service abstractions, which is slowly draining the quite simple ops story an enterprise usually needs. Same here, meaning move to I don't think this. I can just love how Azure is cheaper. They didn't. They said it was the other way. Huh? Meaning moving to Hetzner. Yeah. I don't get the numbers. It used to be 24,000 a year. You say now you're spending $200 a month on Hetzner. That's literally one Epic server. You really don't need distributed systems for that. Can you talk more about requests per second on number of users? You can't do single server setup for your workloads if you're ISO 27000 compliant and further. You must have a separate server for logging and monitoring. No matter load, there is a need for complexity for this certification. Not all employees log in daily for a scheduling app. Most people check in a few times a week, but not very. Daily activity users are around 10,000, 20,000. Peak concurrency users at exact time, generally between 1,500 to 2,000 at busy times. Average concurrent users at any random time, maybe 50 to 150. Why cloud costs can add up even for us. Extensive use of real-time features and complex labor rules mean the app needs to handle a lot of data processing and ultimately sync into salary systems. An example, being assigned to a shift has different implications for every user. It may trigger a nuanced bonus, and such a bonus could further only be triggered in certain cases, such as when you had the shifts assigned compared to when it started. Lastly, there's the optimizing of a schedule, why computationally expensive. Read through the list here. It should give you a good sense of what logging and monitoring is sufficient ISO. Where did that link go? In here. Okay. Here you go. Write it if you need. Where's this? Oh, okay. Yeah. Constitution public facing. Yeah, this isn't publicly exposed. Yeah, of course. If you have any more questions, read out JK. Use case. Thanks, man. $2,000, but it wasn't $24,000 per year. It was $24,000 per year. Oh right, I see. Oh, I see. They knocked their bill from 24 to yeah, that's right, $200 a month. $200 a month. Yeah, I think you can do that on Hetzner. I've done Hetzner stuff before, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty fast. It's pretty capable. It's pretty cheap. I'm trying to show as much technical across the subject to example system upgrades. Keep in mind, associated engagement since should be applied in a remote manner. Since we take steps to make applications stateless, the Ansible scripts are immutable. We spin up a new machine with the latest packages, and once ready, join the Cloudflare load balancer. The old machines are drained and deprovisioned. We spin up a new machine. We have a playbook that iterates through our machines and does it per machine before proceeding. Since we have redundancy on components, this creates no downtime. The redundancy in the web application is easy to achieve using the load balancer in Cloudflare. For the Postgres database, it does require that we switch the read-only replica to become the main database. DB failover. The database is only written and read from by our web applications. We have a second VM on a different cloud that has a streaming replication of the Postgres database. It is a hot standby that can be promoted. You can use something like PG Bouncer or HA Proxy to route traffic from your apps, but our web framework allows for changing the database at runtime. Very good. Should be done in the software. Shouldn't be relying on load balancers for that. More migration. We had about 0.1 FTE on Infra. Most of the time we went deployment pipelines. I can't speak for cloud. There's a lot of complex shit there I don't want to read. Cloudflare could be considered a point of failure as another level of complexity compared to. Yeah, true. Took for granted headset OVS would be prone to failures due to their bad rep. Not in my experience, so I want to be able to direct traffic to one if the other was down. Doing load balancing ourselves as either of the two clouds. Not a problem. Bunny.net. Okay. Okay. Did you look into pre-packaged solutions such as Camel, Doku, Caprova for part of this? What are you missing from those? I looked at Camel, Doku, and Caprova. All great tools. We want to abstract away server management before HIPAA. You need to have a high level of control. Okay, but that's all conversion, everything. Yeah. Okay. The medium post is more of a high-level case study of mixed audience. I intentionally kept the details lighter there, partly to overwhelm readers and partly because the real meat is harder to convey in that format without turning into a giant technical appendix. I'm happy to show specific configs, diagrams, lessons, more deals. Here you go. Yeah. Rise of agentic AI. This increasingly feels like the right move unless AWS drastically lowers their prices. Agreed. LLMs helped us with this. Exactly. Does anyone care besides you that your ISO isn't compliant? The law does. Yeah. What a stupid statement. Does anyone care? It's literally a legal requirement. Jesus Christ. How did you decide on headset OVS? Why didn't you both? Have you looked at others as well? IONOS and Scaleway. Great question. Technically speaking, it might not be bad. A bit more expensive. It's not come with the right research. What would Russia's interest be putting ISPs down specifically? Any reason to Serpot instead of Traffic or Caddy? What do you mean? Any reason to go for Serpot instead of Traffic or Caddy? We use Cloudflare. The WAF load balance makes traffic less relevant. Well, Traffic and Caddy are load balancers, and Serpot is just a certificate requester. So Op is now spending 10% of their 200 budget annual bill, which would be 200 a year, which in turn would be 200 month infrastructure. If the whole company can run 200 month VBSs, they probably went to AWS too early. Yeah, that sounds about right. I reckon that's probably right. I'm not surprised about 90% savings. I remember that initially AWS was promoted everywhere as being cheaper than your own hardware or co-location or VPS hosting. Once I were working quite a small company, 100 employees, that hosts everything on AWS. Due to high bills, small company that resided in Asia and other problems, I migrated everything to DigitalOcean. We still used AWS for things like SES. And the monthly bill for hosting became like 10 times lower with no consequences. In other words, I haven't become less reliable. I still wonder who calculated that AWS is cheaper than everything else. It's definitely one of the most expensive providers. I think it's looking at human cost as well. A single developer in Denmark would easily cost around 100k a year to company. They might do 9% of F24k hardware, but just spend probably double the amount on salaries. This is why AWS is in the end cheaper. It costs more the same. The OP already said that they spend the same amount of time maintaining this versus the AWS. for now. No, probably not. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go and have a rest before my 10 AM meeting. Thanks very much for joining me, everyone. I really appreciate it. Lord, enjoy the rest of your evening, even though it's very late over there, sir. Shall probably be going to bed soon. Don't stay up too late. You definitely need your beauty sleep. Without a doubt, I know it for a fact. For a fact, mate.